Yo, what's good? It's Ivan the Great. Today I'm gonna break down something that changed the game for me. How to move cities as a barber and stay fully booked even at premium prices. If you ever felt stuck, like you're outgrowing your environment, or you're just ready for something new, this one is for you. First, we're gonna talk about the purpose of moving. So one of my biggest accomplishments was moving from my hometown, Wichita, Kansas, to Dallas, Texas, and still being booked out at $100 a cut. So why did I move? My hometown started feeling like a small pond and I was a big fish. I got too comfortable. There wasn't enough pressure to grow, to level up. And growth only comes from pressure, real pressure. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my friends and family, but not all of them challenged me. Some of them just slowed me down, pulling me out of my grind mode. And yeah, that was on me. I chose to say yes to comfort, fun, and distractions, but I had to break free. I read a book called Atomic Habits, and there was a powerful concept in there. Addicts do fine in rehab, but once they return to their old environment, they relapse. Why? Because the environment is the trigger. So I removed myself from that trigger. I needed to test myself to see if my foundation was strong enough and to see if my skills in marketing were real. No crutches, no safety nets, just me on my grind. So why Dallas? Funny thing is, Dallas wasn't even my first choice. It was between Dallas or Phoenix. I have family in Phoenix and some recognition from the past visits. I even test cut in Phoenix and got booked up quickly. I went out there for a day just to cut and people were loving it. But Dallas, it was only 5 hours away from home, whereas Phoenix was 16-hour drive or a 3-hour flight. In Dallas, I had friends that I can crash with. And in the state of Texas, they have no state income taxes. It made way more sense financially and logistically. I can grind in peace and still pull up to see my family back in my hometown. Sometimes your move ain't about the glamour, it's about the strategy. So here was my living situation when I first moved to Dallas. When I first moved, I just put everything into my Toyota Camry. I crashed on my friend's old bed for 8 months. No privacy, no ego, just hustle. Could I have got my own spot sooner? Sure. But I wanted my business solid first. If you're thinking of moving, here's my advice. Choose a city where your image and brand would thrive. Make sure you have a place to land. Family, friends, and even short-term rent. Even if you gotta rent a room, do whatever you gotta do. Don't just wing it. Honestly, I would even recommend having 6 months to a year of living expenses. This would give you a peace of mind and time to build your clientele. Keep in mind the cost of moving. Here's what you gotta think about. Moving costs add up quickly, so don't underestimate it. I got lucky with help. I donated a lot of my stuff and only brought the essentials. I borrowed a truck to get my bed. That's why I chose Dallas over Phoenix, because it was less travel. Here's what you gotta think about. U-Haul or truck rental. Gas, travel fees, boxes, movers, unexpected costs, transferring your license fees, new shop, new equipment. Honestly, a pro tip I have for you, save an extra 5 to 10K just for the move. This is separate from your living expenses. You might not need it at all, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Next is finding a business location. If you don't have a strong following, I recommend going to a barbershop. But if you do have a strong following, go ahead and look into a suite or a studio. Here's how to find a good barbershop. Go on Instagram and search your new city plus the word barber. DM barbers, not owners, so you get the real scoop what's going on in that shop. Or you can Google barbershops near me in the new city and just give the owner or the shop a call. Keep a list of all your options, and if you can, visit them and rank them. If you're going the suite route, you can look up studios or salons in the new city. Visit in person, ask about weekly rates and amenities. List out what you need. You need a chair, lighting, clippers, mats. Suites look clean, but they always come with extra setup costs, so budget for that too. Next is marketing your move. If you got a following, start marketing your move 2 to 3 months out. Make your content a part of the story. Here's an example of a piece of content that I made before I moved. I'm firing 729 clients from my barber business that makes 10K a month, and here's why. This is day 2 of rebuilding my business from scratch. So I've cut in Kansas for about 8 years and I'm ready for a complete change. So August 1st, I'm leaving all my clientele behind.
What?
You're moving with me? I'm moving to Dallas with 0 clientele.
For real?
Yeah, for real. And to be honest, I really don't have a reason why to move. I'm just doing it because I feel too comfortable here in my hometown. I need some pressure, and I know going to Dallas, being out there with some great barbers would definitely put more pressure on me to build and scale my business. My first step to rebuilding that business is firing all my clientele that I got here in Wichita, and the help with social media, building new clientele in Dallas, Texas. Ask clients questions like, yo, I got some news for you, or have you heard what's going down? Make sure this is on camera so you can add it to your content. That way, people that follow you that are in that new city can catch on. Another tip, put in your captions, your new city, I'll be cutting, the start date, and hit the link in the bio to book. Another thing you can do, if you have potential clients hitting you up on social media, you can collect numbers or emails and send them the date and link to book for future appointments. Post on your story daily with visuals of your work and a call to action. Something like, interested in a cut in Dallas, tap here. The month before I moved, I blocked off my calendar. Took 2 weeks off, 1 week for packing and another for transitioning. That way, I didn't have any old clients booking last minute in the old city. If you don't have a following, still post about it, letting your existing clients know, and you never know who has friends or family in that new city. Finally, I had to transfer my license. Every state is different, so check your state board website. In Texas, your license has to be active for 2 years. You can transfer it without any extra hours. It'll cost you a bit, but that's the game. And transfer it at least a month before you move. Processing can take some time, and you might need your license in hand to work at a shop or a suite. At the end of the day, moving city as a barber, it's a lot. So make sure you're ready for it and you're changing your mindset. It's you versus you. Plan smart and budget well. Choose a city that aligns with your growth and market yourself like your career depends on it, because it does.